I am so lucky to be talking with you. I'm Chris Brogan, by the way. I am amazed that Hank has invited me to talk to you a little bit. First off, you realize that Hank is like not just the OG, but like the OOG of what he's talking about, right? He is so, like, if you ever go and watch Mad Men, they made that show because of Hank. Like, that's what he was doing. So for me to be asked to like give you my thoughts and my mentor advice by Hank is sort of like, I don't know, it's like Eminem asking a SoundCloud rapper if he would, if Eminem could open for the SoundCloud rapper. You see where I'm getting at? So that's where I am with that. Listen, it is so cool that I get the opportunity to talk with you. I'm so grateful for that. And Hank had some questions he wanted me to answer about my predictions for sort of marketing and whatnot. Before I say that immediately, let me get that out of the way a little. Before I say that immediately, you know, you should know if I'm qualified or not. I'm not qualified. I don't know anything. But companies have come to me for a bunch of years now to connect and talk about the bigger picture about marketing. They want to understand, where's this stuff headed? How do we keep our opportunity to sort of reach and help and serve the kinds of people that we hope to earn as customers? And that's my specialty. My specialty is trying to help companies remember to act like regular people, and trying to help companies connect and treat people in the way that I want my mom to be treated, right? Because I think that's a good way to do marketing. So let me just peek at Hank's questions again and make sure I get them right. Okay, so hang on one second. What excites you most about marketing communications today? What are the big changes or challenges in the next couple of years? Okay, so one thing that's going to change for sure, and this will be the scariest thing I'll tell you. I'll start with the worst, and then we'll kind of work our way around to the fun stuff. One is obviously video, right? So this is not the scary one. Video is super easy. Video. So one of the biggest changes in marketing communications is that companies are going to have to really come to terms with understanding how to be entertaining and informative, how to make something that we'd actually watch, and engage with, right? How are we going to teach companies to do that? That's going to be your job. And it's not to follow the same old formulas, but really discern what's going to be the most important piece of that puzzle. Video is important. The most difficult thing, or the scariest thing, is that data is going to matter more and more than it ever has. And what I've been sort of calling live data, I don't know if there's some other term for it, but like real-time data. And what I mean by that is this. When we walk into a store, let's say we walk into a clothing store. Let's say you go to the store a lot. If you go to this store a lot, there should be some kind of little thing on your phone that like goes, yeah, and tells the air, and the air goes, yeah, okay, that's Miranda. And, you know, the person at the front counter goes, oh, Miranda. And the thing is feeding all this data to her saying, Miranda doesn't like, you know, pink and purple and that sort of thing. Miranda is super into blue and gray and sort of darker tones or whatever. I don't know. I'm making it all up, right? And that kind of data, real time, fast acting data about your preferences, about what's going to matter to you, that's going to be much more important for companies to capture and collect. Now, marketing communication so far has been talking about how do we stay on message? How do we make sure the brand is represented? All this like words and communication stuff. But there is no marketing without technology any longer. There is no marketing without data. And so whoever is going to be the winner in this space is the person who's going to understand how best to communicate and collaborate and interact and use that data to bring something further for some customer or some buyer. I'll give you an example. A really easy one, right? So I use Brita water filters in my pitcher to keep my water cleaner, and I use what's it, like one filter a month-ish? I admit that I kind of go a little longer probably than I'm supposed to, but whatever, I'll die just a little less. So if it comes 3 in a pack, then that, you know, I get them through Amazon. Amazon 3 months later should be like, dude, shouldn't you be ordering Brita right now? That's going to fall on marketing departments to put that kind of technology into place. There's a guy that I was talking with who he does an add-on to sneakers, running shoes and stuff like that, that they track your mileage. They do all this kind of cool app stuff for you as a runner. But what it can also do is tell the manufacturer of that shoe, hey, it's about time to offer this person a coupon to come in and swap out the running shoes, right? So that's really cool because the user of that data, the runner, is getting one benefit, but then the manufacturer is getting a chance to offer up something at the right time. And that, to me, is the biggest change. My next book that I'm writing right now is called Be Where They Are, Go Where They're Going. And the idea is that most marketing and advertising, including some of the stuff you're being taught, not necessarily by Hank, but by people in marketing, what you're being taught is like how to dump your story on top of someone who maybe isn't even ready to hear this story. But think about you when you go to buy something. When you go to buy something, your way of going after it is very different, right? Like you go and seek it out and you go and try to find information. Like if you say, I want to get a video camera, I want to start making my own videos, I'm going to be a next best YouTuber or something like that, you go research it, right? You go look around, you start looking for reviews, you check out YouTube and see what people are saying about the various camera that you're interested in or whatnot. And then you start looking for tips. How do you light better? Should you buy a professional microphone, that kind of thing, right? And so once you're looking for something, then you want really good, useful data and information, and it should be entertaining and informative, not just like fact sheets. You almost never say, I would love to see the technical specifications of this thing, right? Nobody does. But if you want to earn that sale, if you're the company selling that stuff, then you do have to be ready to provide that when they want it. So that's going to be, I think, a big change in marketing, is that we're going to have to earn our access to give people that kind of information that they're looking for. We need to earn the right to sell and serve. The other trend that relates to this, and I think they kind of lock together, because like this video for YouTube, this will be sort of long form for YouTube, but you would never sit through this on Instagram, right? And I don't know how many people you follow with their Instagram stories, but there's some of those people that's like 1, 2, 3, 4 Instagram stories, and then you get that friend that's like, it looks like SOS or something all across the top, and you're like, screw that noise, and you just swipe it, right? So that's going to be true too, is that if we're going to want to earn the attention of people where they are, we're going to have to learn how to make short, brief, simple videos as well. And there's a way to call that up. I wonder if I can pull one up really quick. I have one available, and I'm not going to risk it, but I might make a link to it or something like that. I'll send it to Hank. But really small, simple videos that you're seeing that almost look like meme videos. They put like a little title bar at the top and sometimes translation text at the bottom. That's becoming a thing. I'll see if I can. I know I've got one on my screen, on my computer somewhere really quick. So actually, I'm looking right at it. So let's see. I'll just show you what I'm talking about. You don't have to actually see it directly per se. I'll do this. I will shut the volume off on it because that would be kind of crazy. And then I will look a certain way, act a certain way, Twitter, or use very specific. Hang on. La 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 la. So let's see. What am I telling it to do? I can do this, I promise. What do I want to show? That says show Google Chrome. Show Finder. There it is. See, I told you, I'm like a wizard. It means that you bring these kinds of videos, professional value. You could totally do this kind of a video. You know that you can serve. And in that circumstance, and what you're looking to do, or what you're hoping to get done, is that you're going to give people that you have to connect with experience that they can kind of play along with. In their culture, on what it's super simple to do, right? So that's a goal. So I'm only pointing that out because it's important that we learn that there's a couple different ways we're going to want to try to reach people. One is the sort of longer form. We're going to try to really connect with them. And then the other is like a lot more intimate. We're going to want to try to be close and, connect up with people. So that's that. So these to me are some of the trends. These are the trends to pick out. And I know that I didn't line them up super nice and easy for Hank and you, but whatever, this is free. Finally, I want to make a point that I almost didn't get to at all, but that to me is super important in marketing. People say email is dead. email isn't dead. You still go to email. And in fact, you go to email for much more official things and or for newsletters that you're actually looking for. You might not be super into some of the mail that comes to your inbox. That's fine. A lot of the mail I get is spam, and I have to take my time to report it and unsubscribe from it and all that kind of junk. But when you get email that you actually do care about, you take way more action on an email than you ever do looking at an Instagram story. You look at Instagram, you just go to the next one, go to the next one, go to the next one. You watch a YouTube video, you go to the next one, right? In email, if I say, hey, take an action, you are much more primed and in a place where you might take that action. And so that's important. But the difference is, a lot of companies use their email newsletters to be very distant and non-personable and whatnot. And I use mine to be intimate, and Hank can talk to you about that. So anyway, I don't want you to forget about email. I'm Chris Brogan. Hope this was useful.